936 ABC Hobart and ABC Northern Tasmania, live at the centre today. It's the Doug Anthony All-Stars. How exciting. Welcome.
Hello.
Look, over the years, you've had various levels of cooperation with people who interview you, and I'm just wondering how sick of doing all your touring and promo you are and how much trouble we're in for this afternoon.
Oh, this is an enjoyable part of our lives at the moment. We've just toured throughout London, touring through London, and did the Edinburgh Fringe as well. The only time it gets tedious is when Tim opens his mouth, and that seems to be a lot lately. But apart from that, it's an absolute joy, and it's wonderful to be back on the road. I'm back in Hobart because this is the city that we sort of began this entire journey a couple of years ago, right at the Royal Theatre. The first real show we did back as the All-Stars after our 25-year break. So.
I thought you would have been all excited because not only have you been wowing them in Edinburgh, but you have been back to where it all really, really, really began, back in Canberra. Tim, how exciting a moment was that for you?
Oh yeah, going back to Canberra is always exciting for anybody. But I am a bit nervous and I won't say too much today because you've laid down the threat of a dump button. I don't even know what that is, but I don't want to have to witness it. I don't think we've got enough paper for it.
Yeah, it's a sprung floor. He pushes the right button and you and your chair just drop.
Oh, I had an entirely different image.
Oh.
Hello, Hobart. It's great to be here.
Trump, hasn't it?
And moving right along with the Doug Anthony All-Stars today, Flacco. Hi, Flacco.
Hello, very nice to be here.
It's lovely to have you here. What was the last time you were in Tassie?
The last time they were in Tassie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just follow them around. I have no choice in my life anymore.
You have to go many places without them?
Too many places. Places you couldn't imagine. Places you don't want to know about.
Places involving dump buttons that defy description.
Much worse than dump buttons.
Paul, aren't you married to a Tasmanian?
Oh, well, yes. Yeah. I don't like to talk about it very often, but yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in love. Yeah, it happens. Happens, people.
So, any extending on the tour to have a bit of family time, catch up with the in-laws?
I seem to be asking a lot of very personal questions here, but yes, we're going to be hanging around for a few days, seeing some of the beautiful sights of Tasmania. Hope to get up to Strawn and maybe up to Burnie. Yeah.
Are you going to Mona?
Fresnay, I think. Fresnay, we'll go to Fresnay, we'll go to Cradle Mountain.
Yeah.
We'll do all that, and maybe Mona, yeah. We had a great discussion the other day, these two talking about Mona, except one of them kept calling it MoMA, and the other one was going, no, it's Mona, and it was going, no, it's MoMA, and that went on for about 30 minutes, because we are old people now. And I just was watching this thinking, this group can't last too much longer with this sort. It was like being at the geriatric home. It really was. MoMA. No, Mona. No, I think it's MoMA. MoMA. Museum of Modern Art. No, it's Museum of Old and New Art. Okay, anyway.
Who won?
Well, I did because I walked out of the room. Just let them keep going.
Paul pressed his own dump button.
Let's get away from the poo-poo if we possibly can. Can we elevate the conversation?
Is it the first time you've ever requested that in this trio?
What, the...
Elevate the conversation?
Oh, no, I always ask to elevate the conversation. I think, yeah, it gets bogged down a lot in some tedious and evil sort of, it's a lot of the focus is on him now, which is sad. Yeah, it used to be very much on me, with the group being the main singer and the front man for the group.
He's kind of always been the pretty one, though, hasn't he?
I feel very upset about you saying that. No, yeah, well, I vied for the pretty position as well, but certainly when he was a younger man, sadly, as you can see now, time has been incredibly cruel to Tim. He's just a mangled, once a beautiful Adonis, but just now like an old Klaus Oldenburg soft sculpture that's been put in a wheelchair.
Tim?
Why was I not made of stone?
Classical reference, ladies and gentlemen. We have elevated. There
We
we go.
elevated, there you go.
We've elevated it. Beautiful. The hunch front of Notre Dame.
It's just great to be back in Hobart with all the Hobartians.
Yeah.
We were down in Salamanca Place, and we said, "Kai, how about that?" It was that good.
Well, you've got the whole of Tasmania. We're statewide this afternoon, Tim, so feel free to drop in your northern references as well.
Well, we'll be doing some of the Northern Irish, the dancing that we're doing here a couple of weeks ago. We're bringing a bit of our own Irish dancing, north of the island. It's such a beautiful place. And I met someone who voted One Nation who lives in Hobart. It's a very strange thing to do when you live on an island.
Oh, yeah. There's something in that for us to ponder.
We can all think about that. We can all think about that.
Tim, how much is the show? What is the mix of nostalgia versus new stuff?
Oh, it's all new. I mean, we start with one old song, which everybody loves and they demand anyway. But the rest of it, yeah, we've gone and done all these new songs. So Edinburgh and London just saw a whole new thing. They were quite shocked. This show is called Near Death Experience. It's about, you know, being close to death, as everybody is. Everybody, even the young and healthy, should recognise that death could come to them at any
Right, that one in.
any time. So, you know, live it up, people, live it up. But yeah, near-death experience, certainly we're very old, so the closer you get to the stage, the closer you are to death.
Well, it's very relatable in Tasmania. We have an ageing population around here.
You bet, and they are not aging well.
He's just here with all the compliments today around Tasmania is Tim. Paul and Flacco here as well. The Doug Anthony All-Stars, they are live on stage at the Theatre Royal tonight and tomorrow night with the DAS Near Death Experience program. And what is the next song you're doing?
Oh, well, this song is a very personal song. It comes out of the fact that, well, as you can see, Tim has MS and is confined to a wheelchair. And recently, Mr. Paul Livingston, Flacco, became a bona fide pensioner in this country, turned 60. So one of the oldest living performers on stage.
So what was the first discount you took advantage of with the card?
Oh, I've got the card, and I've got the Opal card in the state that I live in, so I travel now. I get out of the house, which I think they encourage us to do at our age. It's lovely.
How much of a discount do you get?
Well, 10%, I think, for being old.
It's a bit cheap, really. 10%?
Well, I honestly believe the government should give a lot more to the old people. A lot less to the young people who are doing nothing, quite frankly, I've noticed. The young people doing nothing in this country. They're sitting around playing games, Nintendo and Pokemon. The old people, they've still got something in them.